So then here we have identify the correct amount of petty cash reimbursement as per the given details of Sun Private Limited as at end of February 2023. All amounts in LKR. Right here we have numbers in LKR, right? So then basically in a petty cash process we are having the petty cash float, and then during the period expenses, and the balance should be available in the safe, in the location, right? And whatever the expenses incurred during the period will be reimbursed by the main cashier to petty cash handler. So that's the main process, right? So then the impressed amount at the start of period, what's the float? Petty cash float is 10,000, right? Petty cash paid for the period this much, and cash remaining this much. So the end of the period this should be tally, and to tally with that whatever the incurred expense should be reimbursed. This is the answer. This is the balance available to tally to 10,000, the whatever the expense incurred should be reimbursed. This is the answer. If you are receiving 10,000, then 10,000 plus 1,638, it will increase the float, it will be 11,638. That is not the case. To achieve 10,000 float, whatever the incurred expense should be reimbursed. The incurred expense is 8362. Answer is 8362. Right. Very clear. Very easy questions, right? Stolen of money and issuing unauthorized payments are the main risk in any organization in relation to petty cash. Yes, under petty cash we are having many business risks: unauthorized payment, misuse in the petty cash balances. Petty cash balance may be used for the this main cash balances, right? So the petty cash balance can be used for personal expenses. Likewise, it can be used for different perspectives. It can be used for misuse for different perspective. What is the most efficient internal control to be implemented to mitigate above risk? So that once you are having a petty cash balance, what is the appropriate mechanism? An individual, the petty cash cashier, should be made personally responsible for petty cash, keeping petty cash in a safe location. Handling over the petty cash handling responsibility also to the main cashier. This is incorrect practice, right? This is incorrect. Perform a reconciliation on petty cash payments. This is a detective control. Detective control. Keeping petty cash in safe location. Safe location may ensure the existence and the safety for the cash balance. This is a good control, but not addressing this business risk. So then this is the ideal mechanism we should have, that the petty cash handler, petty cash related cashier should be responsible personally for the petty cash balance. Whatever the KPIs, job description should clearly explain his responsibility about petty cash. This is the answer, answer A. Right. So then we can go to question 23. What is the best control over non-current assets to be implemented in order to address below mentioned requirements? So then you are having non-current assets. If it is a manufacturing company, it may be machines or whatever the company dealing with non-current asset, many non-current assets. Here we have set of requirement enabling physical checks to be made to verify the existence of non-current assets, and enabling accountants to calculate the profit or loss when the asset is eventually disposed of, providing detailed records of the individual non-current asset, providing a record for checking the accuracy of non-current asset records in the accounting system. So then to ensure all those aspects, we have set of requirement controls, right? What is the best control? Reconciling fixed asset accounts, maintaining of a non-current asset register, recalculate the fixed asset accounts, check the disclosure relating to the fixed assets. These are good practices, right? These are good practices. Good practices, but maintaining of a non-current asset register is the core control to address all those aspects. After having this control, you can do recalculate fixed asset account and you can do proper disclosure. You can reconcile fixed asset accounts with the register. To having kind of a proper fixed asset register will add a different benefits to the process, right? So fixed asset register එකක් තියාගන්න එක තමයි හොඳම control එක company එකට. ඒ fixed asset register එකට fixed asset verification එකක් කරලා එක update කරන්න ඕන. disposal කරන වෙලාවට අයින් කරන්න ඕන. ඊට පස්සේ purchase කරන වෙලාවට add කරන්න ඕන. Right. So that's the answer. B is the exact answer. Right. It was noted in Ranket PLC that small and valuable non-current assets may be stolen by unidentified internal or external parties. What is the best internal control to mitigate above risk? Ranket PLC, they have missed some of the valuable non-current assets. Example, laptops and desktops. Company එකේ තියෙන laptop ටිකයි desktop ටිකයි උස්සගෙන ගිහිල්ලා එළියට හොරකම් කරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා. So then what is the best control? Installation CCTV. එක not preventive, it's a detective control. අරගෙන ගියාට පස්සේ තමයි අපි CCTV එක බලන්න වෙන්නේ. That's a good control, but it's a detective control, right? Protection against the risk breakdown should be provided by the regular maintenance. And these should be kept in a secure place such as locked desk drawer when not being used. Strong locks on doors, protection of windows against breakage, burglar alarms, fire alarms, security guards are all possible methods of providing protection. So then as a good practice, what is the best answer is answer B. This should be kept in a secured place such as locked desk drawer when not being used. Once you are using this, we can get out of these lockers, and otherwise we need to keep these items in a safety place. But here this answer giving many solution, not the exact solution, right? So then the most appropriate answer is this. The question asks what? Best internal control. Best internal control, mitigate is above risk. So we need to, not the controls, right? Controls perspective here, it's suggesting many controls, but here this is a very specific control which can address the particular risk, right? Okay, I hope you are clear. So then this type of questions without having very technical knowledge you can answer, right? Which of the below statement best describes the function of perpetual inventory system? Perpetual inventory system, it means that real time the inventory system should be updated in and out. So then we'll search the exact answer. It's an inventory recording system whereby the inventory records are updated every time a receipt or issuance inventory. This is the exact definition, but we need to read others as well. It's a method of keeping inventory in a locked warehouse. It's not. It is making inventory more sellable. Not. It is the purpose of protecting inventory from physical damage. It is not. This is the exact answer, right? We have already discussed this. So then perpetual inventory system mean real time we update the inventory system. So then after having this type of a system, we can get the system report and we can do flow to sheet, sheet flow testing at the physical verification very effective manner. So then that should be tallied exactly, right? So then that's all about this inventory management aspect related question. For question 25, answer A. Right, we can move to question number 26. That's all about economic order quantity. Economic order quantity we discuss relating to inventory management process. So then we discuss about EOQ, maximum order level quantity, minimum order level quantity. So then those things we discuss to manage the number of inventory items, right? So then how we can manage inventory effectively. So then once we are discussing that, we calculated these inventory levels. But here we have a question relating to EOQ, very straightforward. The formula EOQ equal 2DC holding and square root, right? Basic EOQ concept is to have kind of a effective to order effective order number of order. How we can decide once you are ordering something, it's an equation of ordering cost and the holding cost. If we are ordering, if we need to do more orders, ordering cost may be high. So then holding cost may be very less. If we having more holding cost, we can reduce the ordering cost. We can at once we can order more. Ordering cost may be very less, holding cost may be high. So as organization we need to balance that. So then how we can decide to have effective ordering cost and the holding cost. So then after having many research, we have been given this formula. You can identify these numbers and you can put it to the formula and you can identify what is the EOQ number. Here we have unit cost and number of order we are going to do and the holding cost as well as purchasing cost. So then you need to decide what are the inputs we need to use. So then here 2 into demand 30,500 and cost per order, right, placing order into 3,400 and then divided by holding cost 10. Holding cost 10. Once you are having square root of this, you are having answer C. So then you can simplify this and get the square root and you can have the answer 4,554. So that is the EOQ. These are incorrect. So then you have to practice this before you are going to the exam. Not only this, at other inventory levels as well, right? So the question 27, it's a common treat for most of entities to incur higher transportation costs for delivery items to their end users. So then that's why we should have proper warehouse network. So then if we are incurring a significant cost to deliver the goods, it's better to have the established stores in remote areas. This is the answer. So others are incorrect. Check delivery note against gate pass and packing list, issue item based on the signed delivery note. So those are controls but not addressing this relevant risk. So then risk and the control should be matched, right? And then once you are coming to question 28, lowest price is not always the best price. That's a kind of a statement, right? So once you are doing kind of a quotation, you can't select the whatever the lowest price, best price, right? you need to consider the price and the quality. So then supplier has more experience in subject area. Experience matters the quality. So then that will add to the price, right? So then that's the best answer you can select, right? Supplier has close relationship with managing director, so then that's not relevant, right? Supplier is having political influence, not relevant. Supplier has the capacity to complete the work more quickly, so then that not says the first statement. Which of the below incident proves above statement? Supplier has more experience in subject area, so then that's why they are giving best price to the transaction. Lowest price is not always the best price. Best price is the price we are giving with the quality, and then the whatever the continuous supply, all those things will be included to the best price. To deliver the best price, the supplier should have more experience is the subject matter. So that is the answer C, right? Bio PLC is facing inefficiencies in their production process due to frequent breakdown of machines. What is the most suitable internal control to reduce above risk? So they are dealing with many machines, there may be frequent breakdowns. Obviously there should be a maintenance process, continuous maintenance process will address this risk. So check the answers. Strong stock dose protection, so not address the matter. Protection against their risk breakdown, should provide the regular maintenance, this may be the good option. Segregation of duties, not the exact answer. Obtaining proper approval mechanism purchase, this address the proper purchase but not address the exact issue, right? The most appropriate answer is this, regular maintenance, right? Regular maintenance, answer B, right? What is the primary objective of the what is the primary objective of a material requisition note? So for after having material requisition note, what is the primary objective? So then after having material requisition note, only we are issuing the material from the warehouse. So then it's order given to supplier to raw materials to the warehouse. It proves authorization for issue of item from store and prevent the unauthorized issuance of material. It's an important document with regard to recording raw material issuance from warehouse. It's essential for storekeeper to confirm the return of material from user divisions. So then basically the appropriate answer is to provide the authorization for issuance item from store and prevent the unauthorized issuance of materials. For this purpose we are using the material requisition note basically, right? So then we have discussed each and every item, we covered 30 questions now. So you can move to question number 31, that's about physical verification of inventory. Once you are performing your substantive procedures through you know that physical verification of inventory is a core aspect. So as a management perspective, they should have a proper process to do physical verification of inventory. So then you can read the question, physical observation of the existence of inventory is the purpose of physical inventory verification. So then this is the assertion we are going to focus through physical inventory verification. What is referred to as continuous stock taking? So as organization, we may have continuous stock taking or monthly stock taking or quarterly or annual stock taking, that depends on the company nature. So then continuous stock taking means continuously we are getting the stock. It may be daily, or we are dealing with very sensitive in the inventory. So we are dealing with a sensitive inventory load. Inventory load mean inventory quantity, right? So then first one, it is a process whereby all inventory items are physically counted at the set point in time, usually at the end of a counting period. So then that's normal process, right? It is not the continuous process. It is the counting and valuing selected store item at a different times on rotating basis. This involves a specialist team accounting and checking number of inventory item each day, so that each item is checked at least once a year, each day, continuous, right? So this may be the exact answer. We'll check other ones as well. It is the accounting, it's the counting of the inventory by the managing director based on his discretions. So then managing director won't participate for inventory count, right? This can't be. So then the exact answer is this, answer B, right? Likewise, you need to go through each and every one. So then you may be the exact answer, but still you need to read other answers, right? So that's the way we have to address to a multiple choice question, right? And then 32. Which of the following is an application IT control? So then you know that in an organization you are having control framework, right? So with the digitalization, we discuss about what are the ITGC and IT related application level controls. So then here we have set of controls. You can identify what is the application related IT control, right? Full testing procedures using test data to be applied to all new application systems. So then obviously that relate to new application systems, that's for ITGC, because that all application systems, right? Control copies of programs being preserved and regularly compared with actual programs. This is also a ITGC, right? Restricted access to central computer by locked doors and keypad. This is ITGC related to the physical safety of IT assets. And then 141 checking for proceed output to source document. This is transaction level. This is application level. So this is the exact answer, right? So then you can go through this with the knowledge we have already discussed. With the knowledge you have gathered, you can easily answer for this type of questions, right? And then question number 33. Smart Loan Limited is a mobile loan application platform, and borrowers can apply and obtain loan through the application, right? And processing application, evaluating credit status and granting loans and handled through this application. This is an example for obviously fintech, finance related technology, right? So then not digital currency, not e-money, not digital wallet, this is about fintech, right? Identify the advantage of data analytics for auditors for better performance of the audit. It provides easier to perform the three-way matching in procurement process. Data analytics is 100% accurate. Data analytics replace the human intervention and human intelligence. None of above. So then actually this is not, data analytics replace the human intervention and human intelligence, not actually. Through data analytics, human intervention should be there to analyze and develop that patterns and understand the trends, that that intelligence should be there. This is wrong. Data analytics is 100% accurate. So then data analytics can't be 100% accurate, right? So then this is wrong. So this is the appropriate answer. It provides easier to perform three-way matching in procurement process after data analytics. So after getting during the period all the invoice numbers, good receive note, and then material good receive note, purchase order, and then invoice. After matching all those three source documents, we have, if we have data, we can do three-way matching. So then with the quantity matching, price matching, you can do easily. So then the answer is answer A, right. So the question number 35. An organization is considering the possible ways to minimize staff cost for preparation bank reconciliations, supplier statement reconciliation, and payroll reconciliations. So then basically reconciliation එකක් කිව්වේ මොකක්ද? අපි bank reconciliation නම් දන්නවා. එක හා සමාන දෙයක් parties දෙකක් කරනවා නම් ඒ දෙක අපි check කරලා බලනවා හරිද කියලා. මොකද parties දෙක independent. bank එක bank statement එක හදනවා, cash book එක company එක හදනවා. Same transaction. Cash in, cash out, debit, credit හරියට කරා නම් tally වෙන්න ඕන. So then we do bank reconciliation and payroll reconciliation. Last year payroll එක කීයද? This year payroll එක කීයද? Payroll ledger එක කොහොමද? Reconciliation එකක් කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ supplier statement reconciliation එකක් කරනවා. So then after adding digitalization to the process, ඔයාට මේක automate කරගන්න අවශ්‍යයි. එතකොට අපි මොකද කරන්නේ? artificial intelligence. අපි මෙතන artificial intelligence අවශ්‍ය වෙන එකක්. artificial intelligence adventure process automation එකක් අවශ්‍යයි. ඒකට මොකද අපි හොඳම solution එක? That's about robotic process automation, right? අපේ routine process එක understand කරලා reconciliation process එක automate කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේ technology is not about process automation, right? Fintech is a different concept. Blockchain is again a new concept. We have already discussed that. So then information security related concept, right? Artificial intelligence can be used for this automation process. The exact answer is answer D. So then question number 36. Emails may be used to attract people to visit a website where they are asked to update secure information such as passwords, credit card details, social security details, or bank account numbers that a legitimate organization already has. The above referred to as what? That's all about phishing. That is not virus, Trojan horse, or Windows dressing, right? So that's all about phishing. So then whatever the sensitive information can be extracted through phishing, right? So then after getting this information, suddenly they will use this information to do a harm, do a kind of a cyber security risk for your organization, for your personal information, right? So that's all about phishing. As organization, we need to have a good awareness about phishing mails, social media, whatever the information, phishing information. As an individual, it's very important to have that knowledge. So your, the sensitive data like credit card details, other personal data, don't, enter to some unknown links or whatever the mails or whatever the this web driven request. Actually that request may be you can understand that it's kind of a vague request. Domain name එක ඊට පස්සේ ඒකේ request කරන විදිය ඔයාට interesting විදියට එවන්න වෙන්න පුළුවන්. offer එකක් තියෙනවා, gift voucher එකක් දෙනවා කියලා වගේ. ඔයා දැක්ක ගමන් input කරනවා, ඔයා win කරලා තියෙනවා කියලා. ඔයා මොනවද password, username ඔයා input කරනවා. So එතකොට ඔයාගේ sensitive information එයාට ගිහින් තියෙනවා. So then whatever your device login may be deactivated. So then that whole control may be taken by that outside party. So then be careful as organization as well as individual, right? Okay. Identify the engagement where the practitioner will not provide as assurance. අපි දන්නවා practitioner කෙනෙක්ට assurance, non assurance services දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Statutory audit එක basically assurance. So then obviously review interim financial statement, review opinion එක කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? assurance engagement එකක්. ඒක අපි negative assurance එකක්, limited assurance එකක් දෙන්නේ. මේකේ high level assurance එකක් දෙන්නේ. Agreed upon procedure ඒක is not assurance engagement, it's a two-way transaction. We don't have tri-parties. We agreed with the management and do that work and we issue a factual finding report. Factual finding report. So then the non-assurance engagement is answer number C. This is the answer. Agreed upon procedure. Due diligence, actually we are giving a limited assurance opinion, right? So then due diligence is a engagement, other service engagement we can do at the acquisition of a company. So that may be IT due diligence and then law related due diligence. There may be different type of due diligence in a whatever the acquisition process, or there may be request at a from auditees. So then basically you are issuing a limited assurance for that. So then answer is agreed upon procedures, right? Question number 38. How does professional accountants become objective and avoid under influence? Avoid under influence. Influence mean threats. එතකොට අපි audit ethics and then code of ethics කතා කරනකොට we discuss about 5 principles and 5 threats. එතකොට 5 principles වලින් එකක් තමයි objectivity කියන්නේ. So then how we can save objectivity to deliver the audit opinion? To achieve that, so then we may have threats. Threats විදියට ගත්තොත් මොනවද? ඔයාට self review threat එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. And familiarity, self interest, advocacy, intimidation. So then a threats නැතුව objective එක මොකක්ද? To deliver a quality audit opinion, to reduce the audit risk to acceptable low level. That is the objective. To do that, what we should have? Maintaining proper safeguard, always maintaining independence. Adequate safeguards to reduce whatever the threats to acceptable low level. Then you can maintain your independence to achieve this objective, right? Others, obtaining help from client financially? No. None of the above? No. Avoid disclosing client information to outsiders. That's about confidentiality. That is not. So this is the exact answer. Answer B, right? Very easy. So then here we have question number 39. A professional accountant assumes that he is only performing the duty as required from him by the profession. This view is known as. So then ethical views we can divide it into deontological view and then teleological view. So then deontological view always consider the rule base, whatever the basic rule we consider, right? As a human being, we need to comply with that professional rules and ethics. Not considering the circumstances and the result, we should comply with the requirement. That's called deontological view. Teleological view mean we consider the the repercussions, circumstances, the results of that activity, and we are going to decide whether we are going to do it or not. දැන් හිතන්න අපි murder කියන්නේ මිනිසෙක් මරනවා. murder එකක් මේව කරනවා, right? මිනිසෙක් මරනවා කියන එක according to deontological view ඒක ethical නෑ. ඒක ethical නෑ. So then we not consider the circumstances, any circumstances, any results. So then by using a weapon, if you are going to shoot to one person, is not ethical, right? Teleological view එක මොකක්ද කියන්නේ? ඒකේ circumstances බලන්න කියනවා. ඒක ethical ද කියලා බලන result එක බලලා තමයි කියන්නේ. result එක බලලා මොකද කියන්නේ? හරි. මෙයා මේ මොනවද shoot කරලා තියෙන්නේ මොනවද murders ගොඩකට impact වෙච්ච කෙනෙක්. ඒ කියන්නේ මොනවද underworld connection තිබුණු කෙනෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඒක it will save another 100 200 lives in future. So then based on that is good. So that is the view, that's a view we can say that teleological view. So then here clearly says that based on the duty and based on the the profession and related rules and regulation without considering the results and repercussions. So then the answer is answer A, right? So then you can go to question number 40. That's about your audit client takes daily backups of their information system and store in an off-site location. They ensure the accuracy and completeness of backup by testing quarterly, right? Which of the following statement is true of the above scenario? Basically that is a IT proper general control, right? So with that understanding we can go to one by one answers. These practices indicate that the audit client has a good control environment. Fairly okay, right? Since each transaction is backed up daily, it's a transaction level control. That is wrong. It's not a transaction level control. These practices are good precautionary measures but does not contribute. So then that is wrong. These practices are good precautionary measures but does not contribute. So then that is wrong. That's a good practice, right? These are a part of IT general controls that assist application control to function effectively. So then this is a exact answer, right? So then this is a kind of a general answer. This is the exact answer. It is answer D. That's the pure IT general control to support for the business process, business applications, right? To have function effectively, if there's any disaster or any business impact, we should have a proper backup, right?